Welcome back, boys and some girls. Once again, I'm sharing with you some tips I learned while playing a singular hero for a while. As you can see from the title screen, this is Rocket the Raccoon. I believe Rocket can be very effective and very viable with the right strategies. I had a ton of fun playing as a slippery, healing, reviving rat. As with every video in this series, we'll actually start with a short hero spotlight, then move on to general playstyle and finish up with some specific tips. If you're here just for the tips, then skip to the timestamp on screen. Rocket's left click is a machine gun with quite a high spread and not a crazy long distance. Rocket's right click is a healing orb that jumps from wall to wall. It can bounce up to 10 times. Rocket's shift ability lets him dash in any direction he wants. It has 2 charges. Rocket's E is a beacon that spits out upgrades every 3 seconds and also can revive one ally within range. Rocket's ultimate gives 40% more damage to allies within range.
This is real firepower!
Rocket's passive lets him run across walls with very ease and very high mobility. He can also glide if you hold space once you jump off a wall. Okay, now you know the Raccoon a bit better, so let's move on to the general playstyle. Once again, like on my recent tips video, we are dealing with the support. This means you actually want to stay behind your team, preferably in an elevated location. Rocket is not that different from supports in this position. The key difference is that he's always moving. Don't stay still, heal your teammates, then go behind the enemies, pop a few shots at them, then run back. After a few times of doing that, the enemy will be so frustrated you will start playing your role in the movie Speed, which means if you stop moving, you're dead. But hey, at least your teammates will not be dying. I'm being serious, be prepared to get solo ulted by 2 or 3 people at the same time, and expect some colorful language in the chat. It might be hard for you to play, but again, your team will have an easier time. This seems to be the best way I found so far on how to play Rocket. It might change with more time, because I do want to sink more time into playing him. There is one problem with this playstyle, and it's that you need a team. Rocket is not a hero that you can carry a team on like Spider-Man, which you can solo the enemy team. It can be quite frustrating at times because even if you heal as much as you can, you revive so many people and you sneak in some damage in between, you still won't be able to turn around a losing fight on your own. This hero excels in making other heroes shine. With your healing, resurrection and your damage boost, you're quite literally on the front page of the supports magazine. When you heal your teammates, try to look around and think, because you can help mostly everyone, even the stupid guy who just dove way too far in behind enemy lines. Your shot bounced off of the walls up to 10 times. It gives you quite a lot of potential to actually trick shot your healing into certain positions. I said it at the start, but I cannot stress this enough. Make them think you're everywhere. It will divert some of their attention to think where you will be next, and it might work for you, it might not, depending on if you can actually outsmart your enemies. We'll see. That's pretty much all you need to generally know. Let's get into more specific tips. Number 1, your beacon provides 25 armor or 25 healing, whatever you want to call it, which can be taken once per player until they are depleted. So in every objective capture match, you have like, 45 seconds before you start the match. Make sure you summon it before the match starts to actually give everyone in your team an extra 25 healing for free. Number 2 is always stay mobile, always stay out of sight. You're small, you're quick, you can climb walls, you can glide, you can hide behind cover that no other hero can. Combine all of these abilities and you have one very slippery rat, so use it. There's no point just standing behind your team to shoot healing orbs. Just move around and get used to it, because very soon some random magic will actually try to come and get you. Don't let her. My favorite move to do is actually to climb the walls, then glide down behind cover and just continuously heal from above. This actually lets you see the entire battlefield and make better decisions because you have better information, and going above the enemies will often also cause them to ignore you, at least for a while, until they actually see your orbs and see you. But it does give you a bit of free time to actually heal and shoot at the enemies before you have to run away, and probably bring at least one angry customer with you. Number 3, placing the beacon once the match has already started has 2 main ways I experienced to work the best, and one of them is better than the other, at least for my current ability. The first way is to permanently place it which just means hiding your beacon nearby so allies can actually be revived, but enemies won't be able to destroy it because it's a 45-second cooldown if it's destroyed by an enemy and 5 seconds if you actually take it down. It has 2 positives and 2 negatives. The positives are you get free armor upgrades every 3 seconds, and another positive is that your allies are being revived without having you to worry about it. The negatives is that you don't choose who you actually revive because you can revive one person every 45 seconds, and you also need to worry about the machine being destroyed. The second way is just to place the beacon a few seconds before an ally dies. It's much more manual, but it has its own problems. Obviously the positive is that you get to choose who you want to revive, and the negative is that you miss out on the armor upgrades that you get every 3 seconds, and that you also might miss an ally or get the timing wrong, which gives a chance to the enemies to destroy your beacon, which again put it on a 45-second cooldown without actually reviving anyone. Personally, I found the first way to work just much better, but maybe on a higher level of gameplay with better communication with like friends or something, the second way might be more effective. Number 4, your team up with the Punisher is insane if the Punisher players know what he is actually doing. Whenever you team up with the Punisher, just make sure you combo your ult with his, especially if any support has very strong healing ults from your enemy team. If there is none, then just try to combo it with the infinite ammo team up that you can give him every 40 seconds. Number 5, map knowledge pays off. It actually lets you heal people without even having any line of sight or being close to them at all. I don't mean just like corners or I don't know what, just you can do wonders if you actually get the timing correctly. And if you take the time to look where your healing orbs go, then adjust them, take the time, you can actually reach flanking allies or very far away people because you just came from spawn or whatever. However, be careful because you might expose your allies' location if you shoot a ball just toward a nowhere location. The enemies don't even know there is an ally there. So just try to do it if they cannot save themselves at all. Let me give you a short example of what I mean by like a trick shot, a basic one. Okay, I just went again to a custom mode just to show you. But for example, you just came out of spawn, imagine the car on the second point. Okay, you don't have time to reach all the way over there. You could try to do like shoot over there, but what I like to do is do like this. You can see that the balls are going up to the other side, and here I'm completely safe. It does require like going a bit right, a bit left. Some points it will jump off the tiny curves that you have on the roof and will go over there. But for the most point, you can actually do the same thing and it will go off to the point over here. It will reach over here. Next point is if you want to help a flanker. Usually there's a big fight over the healing pack over there. People fighting in this room. You can actually aim it like this and help the stairway. You can see if I aim it like this, it's gonna stay on the stairway for much longer because it's gonna bounce tick 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 between the stairway, and if your guy here is fighting, he's gonna have healing for a few more seconds at least. Another thing is if you're gonna help the other side of the room, for example, you can actually hit this wall. See this one? And it's gonna go straight into the wall. Now you have to be careful not to aim too low, because if you aim too low, then it's gonna get blocked by this. You have to aim it at least a little bit higher, so it's gonna go up there, somewhere in this room. But this is like very simple things. Obviously you cannot like expect the exact angle. It might hit the stair, then go this, boom, 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 boom. But if it's somewhere within the room, it's very high chances somebody is gonna get healed. Another nice thing, which obviously if you play this map, you know there's always fighting here. You can do the exact same thing here. There's gonna be a lot of orbs flying in between this pathway, meaning you will get a lot of healing. Yeah, I'm messing this up and it's not gonna be the correct thing, but just like what I did like half a second ago. There's a lot of orbs healing here. Also, they're slowing for every time somebody actually like stays near them. So they're gonna provide a lot of healing to people in this room. Just make sure you don't do like too much of a stiff angle like this, because after 10 bounces the bones disappears. Same idea also applies here. This one is a bit more annoying because it's not like straight like another wall. It's just like a cave. Now it's gonna do, oh, point captured. Like this. There's also big fights always in here. Basically just use the same thing again and again and again. It helps you quite a bit. This is just like a few basic examples you can use. Number 7, about overtime touch. You're very mobile. Just dash in, run around objects on the point if there are any, like the pillar in Heaven's Hell, or I don't know, similar map, just stay there until your team is back, and then you can just dash back out and resume whatever you were doing before. Number 8 is about your team up with Groot. Just stay away from him. Stay away from me. You'll die much faster. Just stay away from him, jump around, go up, down, dash, do whatever you want. Just don't get close to him because you will just die much faster. Number 9, you do a lot of damage with your gun at melee range, so if you actually get a chance, use it, but for 99.9% of the time, if you're not right clicking to heal someone, you are just wasting your kit. Most of the games I don't even break 1k damage, but I always end up top healer with top assists. Number 10, Rocket has a passive that is not listed in the ability page. It's called Taunt. When an enemy sees you, they have to try and kill you. It's the law. Use it to your advantage. Try luring them away from their own team. It works like a charm. You can easily escape from almost everyone in the game in the right environment. Only AoE heroes will actually be your problem. Number 11, if you get swallowed by a shark and then he spits you into the abyss, you can quickly dash up and you'll be just fine, unless obviously he jumps with you or he spits you downwards. Then you just accept your death and the fact that you shouldn't have been anywhere near the shark in the first place. This also applies to Spider-Man and to Invisible Woman. And that's pretty much all I have for Rocket for now. I will definitely return for a second episode on Rocket at some point, don't know when, because it was just so much fun to actually play him. So I think it will I'll probably do a second round after I finish doing all the heroes, which whenever it will happen, because I still have a lot of heroes to go through. I do have like a belief that people actually play him wrong. They try to play him as like a normal support, like you play Luna, you just heal, then press Q and wait to win the team fight. I think he is a bit different. I just still don't know if people play him correctly, but I guess we'll see. But that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed this fun. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, let me know why so I can improve. Besides that, keep yourself safe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.